Welcome back to Western New York Living. Now, no matter your age, making smart healthcare decisions is very important. At OWM Integrative Wellness in Buffalo, they're committed to providing regenerative and holistic approaches to support their clients on their health journey. One of the newest ways they're able to do so is by providing radiation-free whole-body MRI imaging. We stopped by their offices to find out more about their partnership with Prenuvo. There's an old proverb that states an apple a day keeps the doctor away. While that still may be beneficial today, there are much better ways to be proactive with your health care. Since opening their doors in 2014, OWM Integrative Wellness has focused on providing health and wellness innovations to improve their clients' lives. Their latest partnership with Prenuvo offers access to full-body MRI imaging right at their offices on Delaware Avenue in Buffalo.
We were using Prenuvo already because of their sophisticated equipment for some of our cancer patients and some of our wellness patients. The attraction, of course, is no contrast, and the accuracy is almost equivalent to an MRI with contrast. A lot of people try to avoid that toxicity. And I think that just the benefit of preventative screening is immeasurable. You know, the old conventional thinking is that whole body scans are fraught with false positives and issues, but they're talking all technology, right? So anytime somebody voices an opinion, it's usually based on something that's 20 years old. You know, the current technology, the Prenuvo's technology is so sophisticated. When things are getting picked up, they're typically meaningful. You know, it's like looking into the crystal ball. I mean, it's invaluable to know if there's something starting to happen in your body that you can address before it actually becomes a problem, or catching it in early stages. I mean, it's so helpful.
For Prenuvo, a Canadian-based company, a partnership with OWM Integrative Wellness was a match made in heaven. Not only could they now offer full-body MRI imaging to folks in Toronto and in Western New York, they were also excited to align with a practice that had a similar vision on healthcare as their own.
Dr. Kaplan and his group have been incredible. They're such welcoming hosts for what we do. They're natural partners for us. I was telling Dr. Kaplan this morning that the practice that he has is the practice I imagined having when I was coming out of residency, which is very personal, very tailored to the patient, giving them exactly the kind of individual care that Prenuvo now highlights. Proactive instead of reactive, really trying to get to the root cause of issues. And this is one of our top-of-the-line Philips or Siemens MRI machines. And we've got the best hardware, the best software. I'm in the Atlanta clinic, and we have literally the same setup there. It feels like I stepped into like a time warp when I walked into the mobile setup here. It looks just like what I've got in Atlanta.
It is important to note that the Prenuvo MRI is radiation-free with no harmful dyes required. A typical scan takes about 60 minutes and is administered by trained technicians. Board-certified radiologists specializing in whole-body screening in both the U.S. and Canada will read and interpret the images and provide a detailed report for both the patient and the doctor.
So that's a single radiologist reading the entire set of images and creating a single unified report for that patient. So it's sort of tailored to them based as well on the patient health history that they provided to us. And that comes through a couple of different avenues. If there's nothing urgent going on, the report will release to the patient through their patient portal, which is on an app or on the online computer portal, and they'll get a notification. They can see their images, they can see the report, which is in a PDF style, and we've optimized that so it's actually digestible for the patient to understand.
If there's a questionable finding, I can get on the phone with their radiologist very quickly, go through the scan. They usually, you know, we have access to the imaging, so we're both looking at it. That's, by the way, not done in a lot of facilities, right? So typically, if the physician gets a report, they get a report. You know, they usually don't get the imaging. Here, you're both looking at the same pictures, so very quickly you come up with kind of the significance of what we're finding, potential follow-up, and of course that gets transferred to the patient. It just facilitates great care, you know, because again, prevention, 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 right? I mean, it's all about being forward-looking and kind of capturing the, you know, problems and potential issues before they happen. That's what it's all about. So the comprehensive approach of my care, where we go through the genetics, right, the biometrics of the individual, all the laboratory findings, not just to address the current issues, but look ahead. I tell people there's no such thing as a crystal ball, But we're coming as close as it could possibly be. And looking at crystal ball, what can happen to the individual down the road. And then you bring Prenuvo in with that imaging. It's an incredible synergy of services that create that crystal ball phenomenon of trying to find something that could potentially undermine a person's health down the road.
To find out more about OWM Integrative Wellness and the Prenuvo Whole Body MRI Mobile Clinic that they have at their offices, head to their website at owmintegrativewellness.com. There you'll also find information on how to schedule that whole body MRI. Their beautiful new offices are located at 891 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo, and you can contact them at the number you see on the screen.